You're watching TVC Breakfast. It's time to look at the headlines across Nigerian newspapers now. And I have my regulars to make sense of the headlines we'll be looking at today. I have Funke Treasure here. Ladies first, so let some people not be jealous.
Ladies okay, good to see you. Good morning. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Yes.
You're welcome. Good morning.
You.
And you look good. I like the African dress.
Thank
Looks
you.
amazing.
Thank you. I was trying to compete with Oladeinde.
Yeah,
with his cap. He has to tell us what this cap means.
You know, he has a different look today. All right. I have Oladeinde Ariyo here with me as well. Ariyo, exactly. Ariyo.
Mm-hmm. Going completely traditional.
Traditional. And with the cap today, it makes it look different. A chief and a priest. Okay, a chief priest. Okay, fine. You see, combining the two.
Good morning.
Good to see you.
Good morning.
Right. Now, let's begin with Daily Trust. Daily Trust newspapers. It says, Kano APC crisis. That's the focus. Tinubu to meet Ganduje as feud threatens 2023 ambition. And Buni committee reaffirmed support for governor's faction. Shekarau met Asiwaju without our consent. G7 sources is saying this. And Abbas faction files appeal against ex-governor. All right, it's the back and forth on the crisis within the party in Kano State. From there, let's go to the first news. First news is focusing on the Omicron saga on COVID-19. Diplomatic row looms between Nigeria and UK. Diplomatic row looms between Nigeria and UK. All right, from there, let's go to The Guardian. And the apartheid federal government, additional Ishola, slam UK's travel ban. And the apartheid federal government, additional Ishola, slam UK's travel ban. All right, that's The Guardian newspaper. Daily Trust. Rescind ban on Nigeria over Omicron. Federal government tells Britain. All right. That's Daily Times. Daily Times. Daily Times. Rescind ban on Nigeria over Omicron. Federal government tells Britain. Okay. From there, let's go to the Nigerian News Direct. It's still focusing on this variant. Federal government urges UK to lift ban on Nigerian travelers. Federal government tells UK to lift ban on Nigerian travelers. Okay, from there, let's go to the Blueprint newspaper. Federal government to UK on the Omicron. Travel ban on Nigeria lacks common sense, not science-driven. All right, travel ban on Nigeria lacks common sense, not science-driven. All right, that statement was coming from the Minister of Information, Lai Mohammed, when he granted a press conference. This Nigeria is next. COVID-19 Omicron travel ban. Federal government knocks UK. It's discrimination, partial, not science-based. A Nigerian High Commissioner, it is return of apartheid. And British Airways continues flights to Nigeria. All right, that's this Nigeria. Vanguard is next and is focusing on this variant. Again, UK's ban unjust, punitive, discriminatory, and federal government declares. Okay, it's focusing on the COVID-19 variant, the Omicron. UK's ban unjust, punitive, discriminatory, and federal government declares that. It insists the vaccine inequality should be addressed and adds that Nigeria has enough vaccine to cover 70% of population by December 2022. And Nigeria, South Africa should issue reciprocal travel restrictions on the UK. Others, Mogalu is advising this. Ban on African countries unfair, discriminatory. Additional is saying this of the African Development Bank. US demands 24 hours negative COVID test from foreign travelers. And Omicron not as deadly as previous variants. Medical Guild are saying this. National Assembly will insist on prudent use of COVID-19 funds. Senate President is saying this. That's Vanguard. Okay. From there, let's go to the Nigerian Tribune. A travel red list. Nigeria Africa Development Bank slam the UK. Say ban unfair, not backed by science. Okay, that's the Tribune. Now, Daily Sun is focusing on the same thing. Federal government rejects UK's travel ban, describes it as discriminatory, unacceptable. No going back. UK saying this. In all of this, there's no going back anywhere. So you can live with it. That's what it means. That's Daily Sun. The Punch newspaper is next. Travel ban, Nigeria-UK may clash. Federal government urges action, alleges action discriminatory. Britain's decision based on discrimination, not scientific but prejudice, claims the federal government. Presidential Steering Committee will respond appropriately soon, says Mohammed. It's a temporary precautionary measure to prevent further Omicron cases in the UK. That's an envoy saying this. All right, that's the Punch newspaper. Daily Independent. All right, now Daily Independent is going somewhere else. Insecurity won't stop investors coming to Nigeria. That's the presidency saying this. Insecurity won't stop investors coming to Nigeria. See. Okay, maybe we're learning a new thing today. That's Daily Independent. Leadership newspaper is next. Controversy trails 42 billion naira National Assembly complex renovation contract. All right. And from the reports from some of the writers there, contractor has no record of previous jobs, official address, untraceable. That's what the reports say, that other writers there. Original builders bid 27 billion naira, but was overlooked. But this one says is bidding for 42 billion naira to renovate the National Assembly complex. And reps deny on-demand dealing in contract award, right? That's fine. That's issues on the leadership newspaper there, all right? National economy. Hope of cost-effective power supply dims for Nigeria. Hope of cost-effective power supply dims for Nigeria. All right. New Telegraph is the last one we're looking at now. And travel ban, OPS, economists raised alarm over investment disruptions. Okay. Oh, I thought we just read one. Now the presidency is saying insecurity won't stop investors from Nigeria. So, all right. All of these are issues on the front page of the New Telegraph. But gentlemen, let's look at this travel ban issue. Most of the newspapers are carrying this today. It was almost the same thing yesterday. Now, one would say, of course, when you detect a threat anywhere in the world, it is very natural that you do everything as a government to protect your citizens, to protect your own area. Whether the person who is the thing is coming from is your friend or whatever, the feeling is that, in fact, to even protect you, stay there while we stay here for now.
You know I've been laughing.
Okay. Of course, you've been.
You know I'm laughing. Who are you to determine who comes to my territory?
All right. So
my territory.
Yeah. So here we are. Nigeria, through its government and officials, are saying no. This ban is not backed by science. It's discriminatory. So many adjectives have been used to qualify the situation. But Britain has to do whatever it has to do. These are all,
Now,
talk to us on this.
When Nigeria as a nation has over the years consistently been failing to do the right things, and now the world being a global village, they can see through us here, and we cannot be hiding behind one finger. The Minister of Health was on TV lambasting some federal medical institutions. They gave each of them 950 million naira to establish molecular laboratories, isolation centers, and allied facilities to forestall the spread of COVID-19 and other diseases. He went to one of them and they were showing him around. They took him to a place and he said, if this all you guys have done, then we have to institute a probe. And he said, no, this is not part of it. And he said, why do you have to bring me to a place that's not part of the project? That shows you how terribly low we have gone. And who are we to now determine who enters Britain anyway? It's a chance for all the people who usually will run away during Christmas to be here. We will suffer Christmas together here. Oh yeah. No, but so I don't know why they are making a song and a dance out of it.
Okay.
If they say they don't want you, whether it's racial or whatever, so be it. Stay in your country, build your country. All the things they're going to find in Britain, put them here. And that is the lesson for all of us.
Okay, so that's your take.
That's my take.
Okay. Now, Funke, from your perspective, some analysts are saying, okay, the ban that we're talking about are visitors' visa. Those who are going to UK for schooling and for other business, whatever, that is going to be of interest to the UK, there's no ban on that one, at least from what we have seen or what we've read so far. And a lot of people say, if you're going to ban visitors, then ban students, ban everybody who is going there to also invest money. But because UK schools are taking so much money, is benefiting so much from Nigeria.
To invest money in UK or to spend money?
No, of course.
To squander money.
You squander money from your country in the UK is investment.
Stolen for that matter.
It is investment. So what do you make of this?
Well, at the roots of this ban, I think, frankly speaking, that corruption is the reason, in the sense that they don't trust us. We are fantastically corrupt, if you recall.
In the words of David.
Yeah, so they're not sure if we
Cameron.
say 10 people tested positive for Omicron, whether we really don't mean 100, and maybe we've doctored it, the figures. That's number one. Number two, the Yoruba say, Omo imakpami. Omo imakpami. It comes to a time when you say, Omo, please don't kill yourself. Meaning, meaning you, this child, don't kill me. At some point, you then start to say, don't kill yourself with this child. You see, we've been shouting and talking about settling our internal crises and doing it in such a way that we earn respect from the outer world, from our neighbors and people we relate with, international, what's it called now?
All the other countries.
Yes, in all the other countries. But we've dilly-dallied, we've shown a lot of incompetence in handling our own issues as we should. And so we're not taken seriously in the Committee of Nations anymore. So you see that Ghana would do whatever it wants to us. Cote d'Ivoire would do whatever it wishes. The UK now is saying, look, you're on the red list. Perhaps if we had put them on the red list when they had such high numbers of COVID instances over there, they would have known that we are a serious nation. If you look at Africa and the rest of the world and the high rates of the incidence of COVID in all of these places, the fatalities are not in Africa altogether are not as high as these other nations banning us now because of a variant.
Yeah,
so
but from that window, since some persons know that these things don't affect you people as they affect us. So the point there is, you may have it may not affect you as much, but we know that the moment it comes here, it's going to affect us so much.
It didn't originate from Africa.
No, of course.
Numbers over there.
But whatever the thing is,
that's not the angle.
We're not even talking about where it comes from.
I think also that they're smarting.
So let her just run.
I think also that they're smarting from the fact that Africa has, so to say, been spared, from the tragedy of it all. And so now that there's a window, now they have Omicron. Yay! I think that's what's going on. Right. I think that's what's going on. And it's sad because then it tells us that there is institutional racism. And the fact that the vaccines they're sending to us will soon expire if we're not careful. First, they're not enough. Secondly, we've read all the news stories there are to say that, look, there is some sort of dichotomy. They're rationing vaccines to Africa. They're saying, look, we matter more than you do. That's the express message as far as I'm concerned. Well, but so the onus is on us to look for our own wrong.
That's the thing, because the point there is that we are expecting, like the president has given a charge to research centers, develop something, come up with something.
But we're developing. We're developing in 2020.
Okay, fine. Now, Oladeinde, wait, before you say anything, recall that the president of South Africa, Cyril Ramaphosa, was to come to Nigeria. And because of the Omicron, a lot of Nigerians say, please don't allow him come to Nigeria. Don't allow, there was that thing. That is within Africa.
Why didn't they call it xenophobia?
So the point there is, would you see it as some kind of hypocrisy when the UK is saying, Omicron, Nigerians, you are on the red list, and the Nigerians were, South Africa, what do you see there?
I refuse to accept the theory of racism.
Okay.
It is not a secret. The Nigerians were presenting fake and forged vaccination certificates.
That's the corruption.
This is the corruption.
It's not a secret that when you get to the Nigerian airports, instead of surrendering yourself to the protocols, you pay your way through and then you are allowed to go away. Now, when you know a country harbors those malpractices, how comfortable will you be to now open your doors to them to come and then invest your community? Remember that the whole world is not happy that we're not picking corpses on the streets of Africa. They're not happy. Okay?
That's what I mean by they're smarting.
There was a prediction that they said, in Africa, more people will die. But like she said, the total number of deaths from COVID in Africa is far less than 1/100 of several other countries in the world.
Do you think the world
is... So, more out of envy and more for the conviction that this guy, are they giving the actual figures? Do they really believe us? Do they trust us?
But they have their representatives here.
So they know. You know how this country runs. Let's not start pasting our kobo with pounded yam and call it shilling. We've been extremely off the cuff, and it's a shame. Now, this is a bounce back, which calls for serious introspection. We should look at ourselves. Is this how the world sees us? And then begin to reverse, begin to make corrections. I have told you, we must reinvent Nigeria. We cannot continue this way.
Okay.
Why should it be my big deal? Why must I go to UK anyway? Why must I go to UK? Tell me. Why don't I go to Osogbo for Christmas?
Yeah.
Or go to Abeokuta?
Yeah, exactly. The point that, or even go to Yankari Reserve or Akwa Ibom.
They're waiting for you.
Or in fact, go to Oju. Go and eat pounded yam in Benue.
Go to Asaba.
No, of course, Banga. The point there is, where we are right now, one would say it would have become a wake-up call to African countries to come together and sit. But it seems when these things happen, no one is looking inwards to say, okay, maybe this is it, or maybe this is the time for us to come together. My brother in South Africa, my brother in Kenya, my brother in Ghana, can we come together, sit, and let's discuss this? Because these things affect, the way it affects Nigeria is the same way it affects Kenya, is the same way it affects Tanzania or South Africa or Ghana, as the case may be. But we don't really see that.
You wonder whether what's happening within the OAU or the African Union. African Union. Since the advent of COVID, I'll put it that way, what has that union done for Africa to stem it, to even show that they're proactive at all? Well, all they do is collect money from the West. They're collecting money, they're collecting vaccines. Well, they're not one. We are not a union.
Yeah, but to be fair to them...
Wait. Okay. All the monies that the state governments in Nigeria have collected from the federal government, what exactly did we use those monies for? Number one. Number two, when the rest of the world were working on a solution to vaccines, what were we doing? We were discrediting our own people who came up with solutions. And we were not only discrediting them, we were shutting them up. So we don't have our homegrown, whatever the WHO says is what we all stand by, which is good. However, you're supposed to be human beings with common sense that Minister Lai Mohammed says UK doesn't have Now, yeah, he's saying he lacks
That's
compulsion.
insulting.
I mean, how do you say that diplomatically? That's even wrong. You know, so you see, we keep shooting ourselves in the leg all the time when we relate with other nations. I don't know what happened to our diplomacy and our diplomats and how we orientate our leaders. Africa has failed. The leadership of Africa as a whole has failed us all. And Nigeria, as the most populous, you know,
As
we
the
have
African
failed
leader.
in giving leadership to Africa. Now that these people are saying, and I mean, when I say these people, I mean the UK are saying, this is what we're going to do, then do yours. It's a diplomatic thing. So if you're banning us, we ban you too. So let's see who's going, because we are the ones spending the money. They get a lot of money from our visa applications, whether you get the visa or not. They make the money. And then it's you said wake-up call. This is beyond a wake-up call for Nigeria.
All right.
It is that your youths are leaving in droves. Did I say droves? No. It's much more than droves. Your youths are leaving. They're relocating because the country does not have the enabling environment for them. They're saying
By
there's
any
police
means possible.
brutality. They're saying there's police brutality. You've turned it into something else. They're saying there's insecurity. It took you time before you could declare these bandits as terrorists. A lot has...
No, the government has not even. It was a court
even
that
with the
did that.
declaration, what has happened? Over the weekend, we heard there were rockets in Maiduguri. Rockets. And you're for real, rockets. And then you want to be taken seriously by the international community.
All right. One would say all of these things are connected somehow.
Yeah.
You know, you don't just pick
you can't
one.
attack anyone.
You know,
that's what
like she said, everything is connected somehow as to these people. When you say these people, it's not just one thing.
I don't like that language.
No, of course.
It's derogatory.
It's very derogatory. You understand? When in the context that you put it.
Because they're treating us as these people as well.
But the point there is,
people made yourself pawns in that game of chess. Yeah. Like I told you, if I call you Mike, I'm visiting you, and you told me you are not welcome, so be it. I'll stay in my house. But
you're welcome. You can come eat on the
we
job in my
were
house.
classmates, we same course, we started work same day, same pay. Instead of you were furnishing your house, you bought TV, bought fridge, bought chairs. Me, I was squandering my money and the ordinary TV. I don't have my home, so now I now feel like, okay, we want to watch TV, and I'm taking my family to your house, and we say no. That's our situation. We have failed to furnish our house. At the time that COVID came, a lot of us came up, including myself, with solutions for COVID. Even if we are not right, listen to us. Subject our submissions to laboratory examinations. Let them come and say, okay, you scored 4/10, up your game. But no, what did we have? So much funding came in that will have gone into research and all stuff. How much would they have given us anyway? But nobody, nothing concrete was done. To think that COVID is over a year in Nigeria and we still don't have at least one global medical institution that we can point at. To think that the ministry still gave 950 million naira to over 50 federal health establishments, and none of them can come up and say and beat their chest and say we have done very well.
I think they're still working.
When you say they're working, working at what?
You know, research. You know, research takes a long time to.
But the world
takes a long time. But it didn't take a long time for Pfizer, for AstraZeneca to come up with their own.
Yeah, but because
of
course you can't compare.
Because
you may not compare the standards of things.
You must recognize the global economic war between the pharmaceutical companies. They control the market.
Or the politics of it.
They don't want to allow any new entrant, and that is the position. You can quote me. Read the history of.
So this is what
go and read the
about.
history of vaccine development, and then you can make sense out of what I'm saying.
Mike, before we leave this matter, remember at this breakfast table. Earlier in the year, last year, both of us said, you know what, you're saying there is a fear of COVID, but you opened our borders, and these people with these high rates of deaths from COVID are walking in and out as they liked. What were we told?
Even some Chinese
investments, all this. Even the Wuhan people
They were brought in.
Came in. They were flown in expressly into Nigeria. You see, when you treat yourself as a non-entity, why would you now cry foul when others treat you like that? You made us to look like we...
So in all of this...
Send us away.
Because we're wrapping up now.
Somebody in the presidency is saying that the insecurity is not enough to chase away investors. Does that make sense? Who goes to a place that is not secure?
Maybe they have a scientific backing to that. That we don't understand.
Come on, put it on the table. Let's see.
Such utterances.
No, it's possible. You know, because the point there is,
let's go and spend Christmas in Sambisa then.
Maybe we'll get there someday. All right, we have to leave it here now. The point there is, this will still go on, but we wait to see if there's going to be a response from Nigeria when it comes to reciprocity of all of those, because usually that's what happened in many times. But let's see what happens in all of this. All right, we'll leave it here now. Oladeinde, Ariyo, thank you so much for coming on the program.
My pleasure.
Thank you. And Funke Treasure, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you.